In today's episode, we'll be going over positioning and placement guides for survival arena basics. Let's get into it. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to my space. Welcome, whether it's morning, afternoon, or night. I appreciate you tuning in. Today, we've got another special episode that is also including Grant Warwick, who was streaming some more gameplay within the Illuvium Discord. I popped in, happened to be there as usual, and so we got some juicy content, some ability there with him, giving us a voice and allowing us to give him the Illuvials and the placements that we were recommending. So I gave him what I thought was the best placements at the time, and I was kind of a little rushed. I was trying to get home. I was in the car for part of it, and I was trying to get on to Illuvium Master.com and print out the screenshots and get those to him in time. So there's a little bit of delay in here. I apologize. If the video seems like we're waiting on things to happen and I'm talking or he's talking. But I just wanted to throw a shout out to my man Sky from ACG. Thank you so much for building this tool, illuviummaster.com. It has been a great help for all of us in ACG and was a great tool to help communicate with Grant Warwick here. And without further ado, let's hop in. Let's see our strategy with placements and what Illuvium is like for Survival Arena. Let's go. Okay, so I want to apologize first again because this video isn't the clearest video image in the world. I am recording a stream live as it's happening and just using this footage for this content. In the future, once we actually have the game in hand, we will have better visuals. So if you can't see anything clearly, I'm gonna try to zoom in when necessary, when there's action happening. And he might zoom in as well, and so I might let him do his thing. But I'll try to give you the best visual that I possibly can and explain what's going on as best I can. So let's just jump right into it. Here we have...
I'm waiting for you guys to tell me.
Grant suggesting that the chat should help him, and I was just now hopping into chat and posting what I think he needs to do. And so I've shared with him the first screenshot that I'll share on the screen now. And so he's arranging these Illuvials.
So Singe?
Just like I shared on the screenshot, with a little bit of modifications because I'm sharing certain Illuvials that apparently he doesn't have.
What do I add? Still got 75 points.
So we add...
I can't buy Umber anymore. He's 90.
We add Rake here, and because he doesn't have Umber available with his mastery points available or left available to us. And he'll place that there here pretty soon after I communicate that to him in chat.
Rake on left, use him to jump a door. Cool.
Okay, so he's about to hit go here, and I just want to point out and talk you through my thought process here. The one thing that he doesn't do that we fix on the next two placements that we help him out with is the fact that the screenshot that I shared with him, the Hunter Ranger character was actually positioned in front of Arcos on the left-hand side here. And this ended up being a very strong placement for us for a few things. I'm gonna go through this once, and show you the outcome of the battle, and then I'm also going to point out a possible fix for the battle system that we discovered whenever I made this placement and suggested this to him, based on a mechanic that shouldn't have happened if this was like a competitive TFT type esports game. There's something glaringly, obviously wrong with what happens here in this battle, and we'll go more into depth on that after we watch this replay first. So to start off, we have Singed up here, which is a magma type character, and so he's going to be able to take out this nature spore up here in the top left. He'll take out Archie and Archie is here, and this is Alfie, Archie and Alfie. Get them confused, but he'll be able to help tank and take out these two real quick, which will just leave the Alfie, and then we've got two rogues here and the Fern over in the far right, and so essentially what's going to happen is we know these two rogues are going to hop over to our side of the map, and I believed that our Titanor line here would tank both of them pretty effectively, at least be able to live long enough to give our damage dealers time to wreck shop and destroy the rest of the team. And Titanor can probably take out one, if not both of those characters by himself. I was pretty confident in that. But what ends up happening is he walks them across the map. So Titanor's target, because they teleport, is actually going to be this Alfie. So he'll walk into the Alfie. These two characters are also targeting Alfie. Dwellef is targeting Alfie, and since the furthest target away from our Dwellef is the Fern, he's going to shoot his little water projectile beam across the middle of the map there. So anything caught in the middle, which is good that I'm trying to pull everything into the middle, will get hit by that beam. And then the only other big consideration is the Ador is a healer slash shielding unit. So he's a spore character, but he's a support for the rogues and everything. And we definitely want to take him out, so that eliminates the ability for the rest of the team to survive long. And we don't want that. We want to take out the team as quickly as possible. So we've got our rogue here ourselves that's going to jump on the Ador, take him out. These two characters will take out the Alfie, and together they'll take out... so the Archie will be taken out first, and then all three of them combined will take out the Alfie. My apologies. So then they will be able to help take out the rogues and help Titanor finish off the rest of the team after that's done. That's my thought process. That's what's going to happen. And let's see how it plays out, right?
See what happens. Oh, I positioned her wrong.
So there we go. We pulled the rogues into the middle, and Dwellef shoots right across both the rogues and into the Fern to take it out.
Well, there you go.
All of my characters over here on this side of the map survive, just barely. Singe barely survives, but you see my Rake is still alive, Titanor is still alive, and my Arcos, which was here to heal Dwellef and keep him alive, never even got touched. Dwellef never got touched. He did the damage I expected him to do. Now let's go back for a second and explain real briefly why this was bad. So in TFT, whenever you see assassins or rogues, in our case, pop over to the enemy's backline like they do here, there is a targeting system. And what we've seen so far is that our targeting system in Illuvium targets the closest target immediately, right? But the fact that their closest target is the Titanor line here is perfectly fine. That was supposed to happen. That's how it's supposed to work. But what's interesting here is this little guy. His immediate target is Archie here, and he walks all the way across, even though after they teleport,
What
right,
happens?
their
Oh, I
positioning
positioned her wrong.
now is closer to Titanor than the Archie. So if this were TFT, if this is a professional esport that I'm playing and putting my money into, putting my time into to learn, I expect this Titanor to turn around and target these two rogues, because that should be the most likely outcome. That should be what happens here. And so the fact that he continues on to his target and goes to attack the Archie is kind of seen by us in the TFT community as a really big issue, because that will hurt the ability to play rogues correctly. The fact that, yes, they targeted their initial first and closest target, but the fact that he doesn't turn around and engage after they become his closest target, even though Alfie or Archie was his initial target, whenever they become a closer target to him than Archie because of their ability or whatever else, then he needs to turn around and engage, right? And you might not immediately think that as a huge concern based off of this replay, but let's consider the fact that in TFT, you've got other characters, for instance, that may target something, and their ability is to hurl that target all the way across the map. So maybe you've got this character that throws the enemy into the furthest enemy away, because there's a character in TFT who does this, right? And all of the targets, all of the Illuvials that were now targeting that specific Illuvial in this case would most likely walk all the way across the map to go chase it. And so you're losing out on all that damage, right? Because they're chasing that target all the way across. And this is a bad thing for an esports level game to be happening. And it's good that we're seeing it now. We're only in beta. We haven't even released an open beta yet. But I just wanted to point this out, and this needs to be addressed, because those of us in the community who do want to make a profession out of this, possibly full-time living around Illuvium and within the crypto blockchain space, need this game to be as good or better than TFT. And so this is something that I wanted to make sure and address here.
Oh. This will change all the stats. It'll all be balanced by artificial intelligence and stuff. But just like, even if that does happen, it's still cool to like start to learn it. And this is why Kieran and I, and we spoke to Aaron, like we basically just said, like, there's no reason why the community can't be playing this as a, call it even a fucking pre-beta or whatever. Just get it in the community's hands. And he's like, yeah, I agree. Sweet. All of us agree. But Aaron just wants to get augments in because he feels like that will massively influence the way the game feels and add a layer of complexity that he always planned. It's kind of like releasing the trailer halfway or like giving a sneak peek. Like he doesn't think it's ready for a sneak peek. But,
I love this. I love the
Kieran
rant.
and I are happy to stream this stuff for the time it takes. to get that happening. But yeah, just because what are we now? We're 27th of, like, we're still in Q1. If he can get that in the next few weeks and we just launch it, I don't see how that can hurt anything. And ideally, the goal of that is that because the community has it in their hands, they'll be able to play it. Just give us open feedback as an entire community, not a closed off group of beta testers. And then we can explain in detail what we want to do to improve it, how long that's going to take. And then hopefully, because everyone's played the game, they'll give us that extra bit of time to make things really good.
Beautiful, beautiful speech. Tell me in the comments below if you agree.
To sit there as an investor and someone who wants to play the game.
Let me know what you guys think.
Said, hey, we're not going to be ready for 6 months.
Are y'all prepared for them to release an open beta so we can do this, play this, give them constructive criticism?
And play a version that's
let me know in the comments.
There's no restrictions, and you're a content creator. You can share it. If you just don't want to play the game but want to learn about it, like, I just don't see how it can hurt, because looking at this, it's not perfect, but it's not shit.
It actually looks really good for a beta game. Okay, so I'm fast forwarding here so we can get to the point where I actually share the next screenshot. I'm going to throw that up on the screen. And so he's placing them in the positions that I tell him to. Here, we get rid of the Dwelleth.
I'm guessing.
And play Ramfire.
I've still got room for one more.
So he should be adding Tatopi here. And we're going to add him into the cluster formation here on the right-hand side of the screen that we've made with our other Illuvials. This way, what we're seeing is the Ramfire is going to jump on the Ador because, again, I do not like that Illuvial. I think he's a very strong healer and shielder of the team in general, so I definitely want to take him out.
I think the AI nerfs in a much, much more complex way than that.
We have the Rake.
Many things it can nerf. So what does it nerf?
Over here, and he's going to jump on the Sephirus and begin to take him out. And we've got
Topi in the middle of your cluster formation.
Our
right here.
Our Titanor and Tatopi here to tank the Malura that jumps across. And our Singed
from nature now
will help take out this side of the field.
Here. Maybe it's better to go use shield.
And I told him to add a bulwark so we get some more defense here. Arcos is here for healing in the back line. So hopefully Titanor, Tatopi survive a little bit. And just like that, we kind of get wrecked by Malura. Malura was a lot stronger than I thought, but we took out the Sephirus. We took out the Ador, even though they got off their abilities at least once. And now, if you notice, we've gone hyper on one.
Wow.
And almost 2, 3 more. So these almost got hyper.
A TFT player?
And I love that comment. He thinks I'm a TFT player, but honestly, I loved StarCraft. I loved strategy games growing up. So it's just my thing on being able to outthink my opponents in most cases. And we're still kind of learning this game. So this is everyone's game. This is new, but there are some things here. So the reason that we're using our Ramfire to jump on the Adors is because we have a little bit of a well, actually, we don't. We want to be able to do area of effect damage here, and the two biggest threats that I see on this team are actually Scoriox and this Ador here. I'm not too concerned about the Rake. I believe here we upgrade our Rake to an Umbre, and we're gonna experience this firsthand. So I'm gonna throw up the screenshot actually on the screen that I'm about to share with Grant.
Kieran's downloading it now, by the way.
Let's fast forward. If you want to know what he was talking about or what was said, I might be able to include this raw footage into a video if you would like to see the whole recording in its entirety and hear Grant speak about the game and what he was talking about. But I'm just skipping ahead to where he actually does the placements, since that's what this video is about, and I don't want to waste your time.
Where's this guy?
So this is the placements that I shared with him. And we're just going to adjust the singed a little bit here. So based on this positioning, what we see here is we've got a water alluvial, granite alluvial, and our tanky human character that's going to take out the Scoriox and then move on to the Ador and the Fern here. The Vermil rogue character is going to hop over and probably take out our Arcos. Meanwhile, our Singed that he's about to move to the right-hand side will walk forward and take out the Fern before helping out take out the rest of the team. And our Umber will also jump the Fern to take him out and then move on to the rest of the team as well. After contemplating and looking over this replay, it possibly would have been better for me to just stack the left-hand side of the board here.
What do you mean in
because
terms of
Umber could be positioned here and jump over.
Much sooner.
And when he jumps over, his first target would have been Scoriox, since the Vermilion will jump as well, and it won't be targetable anymore. So we could have made that move to take out Scoriox even faster.
Or is there anything we can do here to fix it?
And I probably should have placed Rake in the bottom left as well, so that I distracted the Vermilion Rogue. But instead we put it over here, which ends up okay, but the placement could have been better. I underestimated this threat.
Yeah, let's see.
And we'll see it now.
What happens? Oh, server error. Oh no.
So you can see that the two rogues gang our Arcos here in the back line.
Did we lose?
We're taking out the Fern over here.
Wow, I think you've won.
And there goes our team being melted away. But our Umber is completely maxed out as hyper. Somehow Scoriox survived till now. I was hoping to have taken him out before then, but
wow, that sucks though. We got an error.
We learned in this replay that Umber is a beast, and he really was. He took out the remaining 3 Illuvials there. And essentially what the error meant was that he had to restart the entire build of the game. We would have had to restart the survival mode back from wave 1, and so that's basically where we left off. Grant logged off for the night, and we left it there. So I appreciate you guys sticking with me and walking through those replays. We can see that the affinities and the placements are going to matter a lot in Illuvium. And even though this game is very similar to TFT, and our strategies that we're going to need to be thinking about and planning whenever we're looking at these alluvials and how to win each of these waves in survival mode, you're gonna have to know those affinities, their weaknesses, their strengths, like the back of your hand, especially in the ranked mode. We were playing the non-ranked version of the game in this replay, simply that there is no timer between rounds. So whenever you're playing the ranked mode, you have like a minute timer to prepare your board to face whatever the opponent has on their side of the board. But in the non-ranked version, it's unlimited time. So he was giving me enough time to be able to share with him the screenshots and the information available to make this happen for you guys. And I appreciate y'all again. Give the guy a big thumbs up. You know, we appreciate Grant and everything he's shared with us, all the leaks he's given us, and now for this content, and especially personally for giving me a bigger voice in the Illuvium Discord. He's amazing, has been a big support of us as a community in developing this content for you guys. And I hope he continues to be as open as he has been. And please like, subscribe to the video, and share with your friends. This is awesome. This is getting closer and closer to a finished, finalized product. You know, obviously there may be tweaks that need to happen, like we saw with the one issue we found during the video during this gameplay. But the game seems very, very well put together. Aaron has done a fantastic job from what I can tell. Everything's working very smoothly. The hyper system works just as he says it's supposed to. Just the targeting system there is my only thing that I have uncovered through these videos and through these leaks so far. So I appreciate you guys again, and hopefully we'll get some more great juicy content between now and our next videos, and we'll see you guys next time. Thank you.
Welcome to my own space. Welcome to my own space. Welcome to my own space. Welcome to